Welcome to Leo for Leos. This is a channel featuring intuitive tarot readings for the astrological sign of Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm a Leo as well, so this is why the channel is called Leo for Leos. Cross-watchers and fellow readers are welcome. However, I do want to give you a heads up that I read the cards as I see them and not always the way it's traditionally done. So let's get started. I'm using the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, the Centennial Edition. This is my favorite one that's in a can. And here we go. Here are the cards. Oh, are we already reading it? Haha, it's already started. Alright, this is, oh my goodness. These are just jumping out today. Messages for Leos, huh? Just right away, okay? Messages for Leos for December 2021. These messages must be well overdue because they really want to come out. Messages for Leos and solutions too. Okay, are we shy now? We're shy now, I guess. Okay. And I got one more. One more. Yes. Last one. Oh, what a nice one to end with. All right, for December. Okay, so Leos are working on something. Working very hard on something and trying to make it happen. Trying to see if you can outsource things, getting help if you can. Analyzing who is on your team, who can be on your team. And there may be even a team effort happening here. And it looks really good. Let's learn a little bit more about this team. Filled with passion. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's about the passions that you have for this particular thing. And this really speaks more of the decisions that you're making as far as trying to figure out what to do, what's the best strategy. There may be a legal component to this. What is the best way to go about this legally? May even have to do with taxes, legalizing names and things like that. Licensing. And waiting, working and waiting for the right, not the right moment to start, but more like you've done a lot of work already and you're waiting for your ships to come in or just things to actually start to pan out for you. There may have been some sparks of things happening, some hope that you see opening up a door to get you through, and patiently waiting for for it to start to happen, for you to start to feel like you're making it, like you're actually getting somewhere with your plan. I mean, it's a tough thing to kind of be working on something and it like taking forever, feeling like it's taking forever for it to get to where you want it. And you're working on that. You're working on that. You're working on it. There's a lot of frustration. We're going to move right into the Three of Swords. Yeah, there, because it's been very tough emotionally. Tears, lots of praying for better days, praying for help. Yeah, a lot of sadness around like not getting to the place where you want to go. And you may be in kind of like an up and down season where you're like, you're feeling optimistic and then you're like, this is not happening in the right, this is not happening fast enough. And that kind of frustration can really wear on you. But let's see. Look. An offer is coming, or an opportunity is nearing closer. And for some of you, you may already have seen the opportunity. You may already know of the opportunity. It may be a contest. It may be something where you can plan for it a little bit. You may have something already in the works that is a big opportunity for you. And, that heartache is mostly speaking of the past, but it's also speaking of residual feelings that are still left from feeling hurt. And there's a feeling of not allowing that to happen anymore, of taking yourself by the bootstraps and kind of pushing through the pain of it and the past, and just getting through somehow, making it somehow. There may also be a masculine figure, whether it be a male or female. They are a masculine figure that could be inspiring you at the moment. It could be a person that you see who is sort of like a mentor. They may be a silent mentor or one that's actively in your life, but there is someone who is sort of like, yes, this is the gold standard here. And there may be they're an influence in all of this. This is like also take no prisoners kind of attitude, okay? This is leading to victory. This is leading to victory. It speaks of too, like doing the hard work and also not wavering, getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning, doing the tough stuff, and not letting the heartbreak stop you. You're not stopping. You're going to continue. Ooh, somebody wanted to come out and speak. All right, you don't care anymore about what other people say, about the problems, about the past, whatever. There's no excuses. You're just doing it. There may be like a devil-may-care attitude about things, but this is the turn for you, as far as like at one time maybe it bothered you what people might be thinking, but at this point you don't really care. Okay, so we're going to move on to the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is really talking about a really good idea. So you may get a really amazing idea from pushing yourself really hard, and looking and searching for answers, you may just bump into a brilliant idea. Absolutely brilliant. There may be some shifting around that needs to happen. This is a message. So there may be some kind of message that comes through that gives you an idea, or maybe an idea inspires you to kind of send something out. And when I say something, when I say send something out, I'm talking about like announce something on social media. It may be that you're like, oh, I need to do this if I want certain followers for my business. I need to get out there more. I need to get more social. I need to make more announcements. I need to be present more, and release my message, or speak of my message to the world. Put my message to the world out there. And this speaks of a transformation in the way you're thinking about doing things. This idea is really motivating you in a big, big way. It's causing this transformation. It's causing you to speak more about the things that's on your mind that you want to make happen in your life. You're going to be speaking your truth and being authentic, but it definitely has to do with communicating and being out front and talking to people. And we have the 9 of Cups, which is really talks about self-love. Sometimes, in this case, that's what I'm seeing. It's more like you're revealing some personal stuff. You're revealing more about yourself. But it comes from a message of self-love that you're spreading to other people. That maybe, hopefully, they too can have a sort of an epiphany of something. It's actually like to help people reach a new level in their mental clarity. I love that. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. That is so cool. I'm going to move on to the 8 of Pentacles, which is really talking about putting your head down and doing the hard work. Yes, you know, you can come out and say whatever you want to say, and you can plan, but getting the work done, it's not over. There's a lot more work ahead. A lot more work ahead. Yes, communication, a lot of communication, a lot of work, and a lot of communication. 2 8s right there, 88. A lot of communication, a lot of work, a lot of emails. Knight of Cups. Another offer, but this one is more of a romantic nature, more gentle. The other one was a straight up financial opportunity. This one is more of an idea. Or like living out a dream. And then Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is much more savage than the King of Swords. And she is all about getting, not so much getting it done, but making a very strong decision that may include cutting something out of the picture. She has a huge sword there and is willing to chop heads in order to make it happen. Again, you have this guy here, doesn't give a F about anything. Okay, doesn't give a flip. And you have this guy who is very stern, who's, very, very militant too. The disciplinarian. So I'm seeing a very strong feeling here, a very strong personality here. And it could be a complete flip from your own personality, as far as like now you're on a path and you don't care who's in your way. You're not going to be mean about it. And there's no need to be mean about something like this, but it's more like making decisions that are not about pleasing other people, but getting the things done that you need to get done, and avoiding this past heartbreak. Now it's your turn. You're going forward. It's your turn now. And now let's talk about the King of Cups. This is emotional for you. You've never done that before. I mean, you may have made some decisions in the past that have been kind of strong and curt and maybe have hurt other people by accident. But again, anytime that happens where you have to make a decision and you may have to like walk away from something or cut someone out of your life or cut something out of your life. It could be a thing. It could be a habit. It could be something so very simple that you've just had enough with it, and in order for you to succeed, you must get rid of that thing. King of Cups is here to put your tears into the cup, because there'll be a few teary nights of feeling bad about that. Okay, of feeling bad about that, about not enjoying that you had to do it, but Hierophant. What is happening is that you're becoming married to the idea. It's really taking hold of your presence. Like you're sacrificing for something. So you've got the tears, but you've also got the commitment now happening to what it is that you want. Like this, I mean, for some people it's a relationship. For some people it's like establishing independence. For other people it's like starting a business or continuing business or saving a business. Commitments there. Ooh. And the bride, the Empress. She's the mother of all mothers. Nurturing, kind, sweet. Teaches about nature and love, and whatever she touches grows. So that is you gaining your connection to nurturing your own life, nurturing the things in your life, whether it's your home or your family or whatever it is that you've made the decision on. You're going to nurture what you have and nurture your ideas and your properties. Okay? When we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a CEO, gets things done. And this is about you, like, again, putting your head down and getting the work done, but also delegating some things that you can't handle, right? You can be the creative person, but you may need to call up an accountant to take care of some of the finance aspects. You're going to learn what you have to know what you can. But also, like, are there cheap alternatives for small businesses? Or are there other ways that you can do this without, and get the expertise that you need without spending a lot of money. Okay? So this is smart business decisions, smart household decisions. It's just about smart, not just decisions, because this is really talking about getting it done. But there is some decision making happening there. Ooh, the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups can fly either way, either being very emotionally happy or very emotionally in tears. So let's find out about this emotion. Ooh, I'm gonna need a few more. This is probably a spiral. Okay, maybe not. We're getting a lot of let's see this. Okay. So, Queen of Pentacles is a lot like the Empress. Okay? Same idea, but not as intense, not as big. This is more like global, and this is more like a country, as sort of an example of scale. So this here is really talking about the lack of focus. Okay? Like so many avenues that you can go down. But we have this, like, maybe you don't have to focus on any of these things, because we have the Queen of Pentacles here to help this grow. This is joy. This is happiness. This is happiness. So at some point in December, Leos will feel like they can actually reach their dreams, all of them. They don't feel like they don't have to sacrifice any of them, which is odd and unusual, because everybody talks about, hey, if you want to be successful, you got to focus in on one thing. And right here, the message is not necessarily. So let's move on to the Knight of Wands, which is really talking about something like expanding into a global reach, right? Or maybe not just global, but outside of your circle. So this is like exploring, going out there and networking, and meeting new people and discovering new things. It may even be researching new things. Hanged Man. Okay. Oh, I see something happening. Let me just keep going down a spiral right now. I see something happening. Ooh. All right. This is intense. Okay, so I just said that this was going to be about studying, and then this guy pops up, studying, about learning and studying, or researching. Researching is what I said about him. So there will be a part and a point where you're going to be doing just that, looking outside of your circle, outside of your world, to find answers. Okay, the Hanged Man is someone who is in the middle of a decision or is in sort of a purgatory trying to figure out things, okay? And this light behind his head is about the epiphany of knowledge. And they're studying, okay? Studying going on. So there's going to be some time that you're going to take out just to research your options for the future, okay? And it really stems from feeling trapped. This doesn't mean that you are trapped. It just means that there's a feeling of feeling trapped and that you've been, part of your life has been stolen from you. And going by intuition, which has helped you to survive all this time. And just a feeling of feeling very, very unhappy and feeling a little bit down, feeling unfortunate, feeling like you have bad luck. But then we get the World card, which is about, this is, by the way, all this is in the past. But these are real feelings you have right now, right? These are all from the past, but they all are real feelings that you have. But then we have the World card, which is really talking about this really is your time. Like whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. This is your time to take up your sword and make some decisions and work to make things different. Now we have the Sun. The Sun speaks of a revelation, of learning new things, of discovery. And it could be self-discovery. It could be something that you discover while you're researching. There's a lot of, it seems like a lot of revelations happening this month. Things that you learn and discover that can, is going to really change the trajectory of your life in a positive way. And, ooh! All right, I need to see, okay, this is going to be a spiral. I'll tell you that right now. Oh. Oh, snap. That flew out and fell on the floor. It was like, okay, all right. So the cards have spoken. All right. We have, okay, so another thing too is that this really does speak about happiness too. So there is some happy thing, something incredibly revelation, like a big revelation, happy revelation, something that you've been wanting to hear. It could be that you got lucky and got something, you won something, or that's it could be that, or a big opportunity just showed itself up, right? But also it could be like learning something that is now going to, that makes the sun shine, right? So something that you learn that makes the sun shine now. It is something that maybe somebody will be learning about themselves or learning about their lives, or learn about life in general, that will change the way they see the world, and now the sun can shine. There is a moving away from something. So this could be moving away from an idea. This knowledge here makes you, it is the fire that is the reason why you're changing. So you're moving away from something. This card talks about leaving something to go to a better place. Going to a better place. So the decision is to leave and go to a better place. There's also assessment of what you have, your actual belongings, and also a looking towards the future. But mostly assessing what you have, looking at what you have. And then this gigantic Ace of Pentacles, it just shows up, and that's basically what you see is what you get. It's a huge pentacle. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And it's the path. It's the path. It is the beginning, actually. The beginning of the path. So that's pretty awesome for Leos. Just remember, if anything occurs during December, you can handle it. Take a few deep breaths. Understand that it is not personal. It is not personal at all. Here we have, again, I like to refer back to this card because it's very telling. This Emperor's attitude that you have, that is not going to take no for an answer. That even if there is no for an answer, you will find a way. You will research, you will look for the way to turn a no into a yes. Okay? Victory is here. But there must be this attitude of I don't care what the problems are. I'm still going further. I'm going forward. I don't care what the challenges are. I still am going to hold up my sword. I am still going to fight the good fight. So Leos, that is the message today. Wow. Okay. Wow. And wow. That is incredible. Guys, this is the end of the year, and I want to thank you so much for sticking with me through 2021. It was a rough year for me personally, but we've been through rougher times. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video, especially watching it to the end. Thank you so very much for watching, supporting, and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so for Leo Intuitive Tarot readings. Be sure to hit the bell icon to be the very first to know when my next video gets posted. Many blessings to you, my awesome Leos! And remember, this channel is for you and you alone.